Starting. I don't care.
I don't care.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Chad.
Hi.
What's up, dude?
Hey, kids. Do you want to see me put 9-inch nails through both of my eyelids?
Wow.
That song's been stuck in my head all day. Sorry.
Hi, kids. Do you like islands? Isn't that... God, we grew up on that, which is nuts.
Yeah, that's wild. But
it's good.
I didn't necessarily because... So, funny story about Eminem.
Get in there. You got to get in that mic, Chad. You got to... The people want to hear what you have to say, buddy.
We went on a vacation with my aunt one time. Just me. And I don't remember how old I was.
Spoiled.
But we got like a rental car and we get in it and we start driving and she's like switching through the settings on the radio and she goes to the CD setting and it's like, it's fucking Eminem. And it's that album where he just talks about like killing his mom and shit. And she goes, hits the eject button, rolls the window down, like frisbees that motherfucker out the window. And I'm like,
you're like, what
okay.
You're like, that was good stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? You know, like, what happened?
I'm like, what the hell?
Wasn't it like $25 for that CD?
I don't know. She didn't pay for it. She didn't care. I'll tell you that.
Oh, man. I remember like my cousin Hannah, she had she had a Firebird, you know, like the T-top ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the black one and you know, cool kid car, but she had like the big giant thing full of CDs. And I remember like put in Missy Elliott. I remember being like, yeah, new shit. Like I remember being like, this is awesome.
Shit,
dude. It's salt and pepper, dude.
Yeah,
but shit, real good.
Oh man, I remember like and wanting to listen to a CD, you had to flip through 30 fucking pages of that book. Those plastic things.
Yeah.
And it take like when you flip them over after you get like 10 of them stacked up, it's just like thump, thump. Sounds like you're hitting a pothole.
Well, you can tell who's like serious about music and who's not, you know? So like if you're not that serious, you have like the small one, you know, it's got like 10 or 15 in there. But if you're like a freak, you got like the binder book. It's like this.
Yeah, you're like, hang on. Hey, you have to literally move it out of the seat to get in.
Hannah had two of the things on her, you know, for the block the sun. She's got two of those
the visors.
Little clips in there where you could put like 10 in there. You know? Like those are like the favorite spot. Your favorite CDs go in there. The rest are in the back. Yeah,
I had one that like came with a head unit and like speakers I'd bought, and it was
get in there.
It was
Mike,
like elastic.
Dirty boy.
It was like elastic or whatever, and I burned so many CDs and stuck them up there, which, you know, because you could only put like 60 minutes of songs on a CD or whatever, so it's like 12 songs.
No, you
15.
Could put, like some of them though. I bought the bigger ones. You could put I could get like 25 songs on there.
Oh yeah, see, I didn't buy the bigger ones. I just bought the smaller ones, but because I was like, oh well, I can get more. I get more of these.
But yeah, if you do that, you make your own. You can make, dude. You save so many CDs. Make badass playlists.
Yeah, I had the pocket so stretched out on that thing that if I took out even one CD and then went around a curve just slightly too fast, all my CDs would be like ninja stars coming
flying out. Yeah,
yeah,
you got to get the that is I can't forgot about that. You would get junky ones where you're like, this thing is junk.
Yeah,
CDs don't even stay in here.
Well, there was for like 2 CDs per sleeve, and I had like, I'm not kidding, I'd put like 10 in there each one. You know, like the visor was falling down.
Well, we had those stacks. I remember I had a stack for a while where I would just put them in there. I just pull them out and kind of go through them.
Yeah, I hated clutter. Well, you know how I am. So like I just didn't have room in the car and like my center console. And
I had I probably had like a rotation of like only like 5 or 6 CDs though, because I burned my own CDs. So like
so did I. Yeah,
3 of them were just fire. Like you just couldn't help but like, if you didn't like the first song, you're gonna like the next one.
I probably had 5 of the same CD because they'd get scratched and skip all the time. But I got used to it. I'd start rapping the parts where they'd skip. You know, like
freestyle.
I'm like, yeah, this is a fucking new mix of it, dude. I don't know.
Third Eye Blind Blue CD was the first one that I was just like so mad. Like people go to put it
got fucked up.
Yeah, I go put it in and just be like, oh my God, it's Led Zeppelin. We had like Led Zeppelin 2 like was scuffed. And I'm just get so disappointed.
Remember when they get so fucked up they wouldn't even play?
Yeah.
And it'd always be at the worst times. You'd be like having the worst day ever, and you'd be like, I just want to listen to Stone Sour. Like, what the fuck?
Come on, it's my favorite.
Yeah. So then you have to sing it a cappella in the car, you know, and like all your friends are there, and you're like, looking at you through the glass, and you're fucking crying and shit, and you're like 10th grade. You think this is the worst possible thing that could ever happen to you?
Yeah, probably. King Dad, dude, I'm so glad you started talking about this, because it's like, this is ancient now. Like people don't even know what the heck we're talking about probably. But like me, King was like the only person I knew that like took burning CDs like very seriously.
Oh, dude, I gave my computer AIDS. with LimeWire.
See,
I fucked my computer up so bad.
I downloaded it and I deleted it. See, I was smart. I would download a couple at a time and delete it. I'd make CDs and boom. But then also my mom got that hard drive from that DJ.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember, I think I've talked about that on here, and it had everything. Like it was literally a hard, like back in the day, like, I mean, it was a brick.
Yeah, do you remember the Grand Prix or whatever it was? And they had like the 6 CD changer, but you had to pull the whole fucking thing out, and it was like this big. Yeah, you had to load the CDs in there.
Yeah, you can put it in your back, or
So if you wanted, if you wanted like the top CD to be your best one, and you didn't do it that way, you'd have to like fucking pull over and swap the CDs.
Yeah, you had to. You remember like what slot they were in, and you had to choose. Dude, that's the same thing. Well, you remember the old? We have a Bose speaker like system, like an old system. And it's got the 10 CDs in there. So it's like you got 2 per each like slot. Like or what is it? Yeah, I think it is 10. It's like 1, it's like 2, 4. No, I guess it's only 8. But you have like 2 in each section. So it'd be like,
and they like over the top of one another.
No, they're just like right next to the circle. It's like a big vinyl basically is what they're on.
Okay.
But you can load them all in there, and then you can put it on shuffle. So you can shuffle like the CD, or you could shuffle each CD at once. When like, so I would put in like, me, I listen to weird stuff. So like, my parents had awesome music. So it would be like rock and roll, bluesy stuff, and then like, like a little bit of like pop or like heavy stuff. But I like Linkin Park. I put Linkin Park in a lot. But I just shuffle everything, and it was the coolest. It was like the coolest setting I thought ever.
I forgot about this. So you just said that. So I don't remember how old I was, but for my birthday or for Christmas, I wanted a fucking I wanted a stereo system when I was younger.
Yeah. What?
So I got my
mom.
Do
you mean like a boombox, or do you mean like
a stereo?
Yeah.
My mom got me one, and like my uncle had built this huge oak entertainment center for me actually, I think. But so that fucking stereo system had like, I think I could put 5 or 10 CDs in there, like you just said.
Yeah.
It was like a Sony. Like it wasn't a cheap one, and I never fucking used it.
Oh, you didn't?
We threw it away. When my parents moved out of the house that I grew up in, just a couple, it's been like 8 years ago now. We threw it away, and it still looked brand new.
Yeah, so it probably worked great.
It probably would
had a radio on it.
Yeah, it all had all that.
Dude, those were
like the speakers had built-in subs in them. Like,
I remember my sister had like the coolest one. It was red Panasonic, and it was kind of round. Yeah, probably about like this big, But like the 2 speakers on the side that kind of came to a point. The middle of the bottom was a tape player.
Yeah.
So and then it had the tape player buttons right above that. Then on the top was the CD player. Had a little handle on it, but that thing was like had nice big 4 little rubber like knobs to sit on. Thing was indestructible, but had a freaking remote with it.
So did mine.
Dude, it was like, I remember like I was like, we had it made. We have it so made.
I didn't even realize. Like mine had the CD thing, and then it had 2 cassette decks on the bottom, one on each side in the front.
Yeah.
So you could record off of it. You put one tape in and record the other one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's cool.
Never used it.
But see, like that's awesome. But see those radios.
Plug your headphones into it.
They last
iPod, whatever you wanted.
They last forever.
Oh yeah.
Like I was talking to Sean up at work. He's got a Panasonic one, just an old like stereo 2 speaker. It's like same thing, and he's like, it's been working 30 years.
Mine might have been a Panasonic too or something. I don't remember the brand, but it had separate speakers. It wasn't attached. Like
okay.
The main part was like this.
Yeah. Like
probably this wide.
The knob in the middle.
Yeah, I think so. And then it had 2 big speakers that came with it, and then I think maybe like 1 little one or something. But like you could set it up, and you could hook other speakers up to it, which was cool. But I didn't realize what it was then,
Yeah, you don't realize how cool it is.
I used it probably like 10 times.
Dad's probably from like the late 80s Bose, and he's got 1, 2, I think he's got 4 12-inch subs.
Yeah, that thing's
loud. And then you hook it up like regular speakers, like you have a mono and like left and right. So like we have a bunch of wire. So we have them, like we have the one right above us, but then we wire the other one like way across over there. And we could do it in the whole house if we wanted to.
Yeah.
We've had it like that before, but it sounds amazing.
If I didn't know it was that old, but yeah, it does.
Even like vinyl stuff, you can change the settings on it through the speakers. Oh, great. Fucking fantastic. But yeah, dude, that was cool. That killed, how much time that killed? 10 minutes. Look at that. But really,
I remember the last time I burned a CD was 2014.
Why do you remember that?
When I worked in Gerald, they didn't have auxiliary hookups in the patrol cars.
So he burned a CD.
So Bryn would burn us CDs, yeah, and I had like
that's awesome.
Fuck the Police by fucking NWA, and like Billy Crystal by Yellow Wolf, and like all these, yeah. So I mean, Gangster. Bad Boys, I had that on there. So I'd I'd be driving around like right at kind of in the evening. People weren't in bed or whatever, but like turn it up a little bit and then hit the PA on like Bad Boys or Fuck the Police or whatever. Yeah. Drive past Shannon's house and do that.
What year did Lynn graduate?
He graduated freshman. 13.
Yeah.
He was a few years. He was 2 or 3 years younger than us.
Well, I usually DJ the reunions, and Ethan Scobie was probably the second time I did the reunion. He came up to me. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "Play NWA," and I was like, "Come on, man!" I was like,
Lynn.
He's like, I was like, "I like Lynn, man." He's like, "So do I." He's like, "He thinks it's funny." I'm like, "All right." I was like, "I'll do it," and I played it, and just like funny. Lynn just shakes his head, but I mean, it was hilarious. He's a good sport about it, but
yeah, I had like
I just think it's funny like how much they still fuck with him more than I do.
I had like Bad Motherfucker by MGK on there, All American Nightmare by Hinder, Bad Motherfucker by Kid Rock.
You and Brent are just some bad boys.
No, Brent's like, just tell me what you want.
Oh yeah.
Fucking list.
Brent will do it though.
Yeah, he did it, and I left it in the car too, because like sometimes I'd drive Chief's car, and then other times I'd drive like the other Tahoe or whatever. But yeah, I'd just leave it in there.
Yeah, that reminds me of Caleb, like rapping. Just little baby, just anything, dude. Honestly, doesn't matter. It's not going to be appropriate, but it is the greatest Snapchat you'll ever get in your life. Just like a cop rolling down the street, just rapping gangster rap, and I'm just like, this is an oxymoron, but it's still kind of funny.
Yeah, just the whitest guy in a pair of mirrored Oakleys, blaring "Fuck the Police" by NWA, driving through town,
picking me up
people over
from the airport.
Like, I'd have to turn it down to pull people over.
My favorite time was like he picked me up after Myrtle Beach, dude. Or after Jackson Hole or whatever. Oh, wait, no, I drove back. No, like, what was that?
No, you didn't drive back.
What trip was that? There was a trip where I was just like rough.
It was before.
Oh, I think it's when I went to Maryland. I went to Maryland by myself.
Oh.
But like, I flew back, came to pick me up, and like, I was partying all night before, didn't take a shower, was looking rough. And like, I thought he was just picking me. I didn't know he was like in the patrol car. So like, he's like, I call him, and he's like, "Yo, I'm in front." And he flips on the lights, and he's like, I think he was playing Dr. Dre, because I'm a little bit more old school, but I was like, God damn it, this is awesome. Like, and then I just remember people looking at me, because I got long hair, gauge, I just like a DJ, just popping in the old cop car, like, "See you guys later."
All right.
Good luck waiting for your rides. Good times. Okay, 12 minutes. Frick, yeah, just murdering it.
Wow.
So.
I never last 12 minutes.
What do you want to talk about first?
I don't know. Well, I mean, what's the title about? I guess let's
Clay
dive into
almost died.
Get that open and get in there.
So we had the St. Patty's show at Bogey's.
Yeah, the Green Day special.
Green Day special. It was a blast. I mean, I don't think obviously Green Day is not like dance music, but
or Irish
at all. But there's green in it. There is green in the day.
Name, yeah.
Do you know why they call themselves Green Day?
No.
Because what's the color of marijuana?
Oh my god.
Yeah, little dirty potheads.
Well, unless it's that nasty brick weed.
Either way, we played freaking Green Day set.
Wouldn't have been right.
Brown Day would not have gone over well.
Oh, these guys shit themselves.
Well, people might have showed up still just to see that.
Bet. Yeah, I guess.
But it was a good time, dude. Like, oh man, Jesus of Suburbia, dude. We played that. It was great. It was great. It wasn't perfect, but I don't think anybody noticed because I don't think they noticed anyways. But
notice, yeah.
I think it's so cool to say we played that freaking song all the way through. And I mean, we played some deep cuts. Ooh, played some old stuff. We played Geek Stink Breath, dude.
Really?
So cool. So cool. Burnout. Ooh, so cool. Old stuff was great. But after that, the next day, you called me. Woke me up because we had to fix Brittany's tire.
Yeah, like 3 p.m.
Yeah, well, it's Rockstar, man.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, you can't, It's morning for me,
you
dude.
You said it. You're a degenerate.
I think I made coffee at like 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, when I was here.
Either way, got that done. Almost died that night. Thought I was hugging the toilet all night. From like 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that was wild.
Text my boss at 2. I'm like, hey, I'm not going to make it. Or I think it was 3.
Did they answer you?
He did, actually. I was like, what the fuck? Why are you up? I mean, but either way, I don't think I even answered him because I was literally like on the floor. And then, thought I was just being a baby the next day. I was like, not a big deal. Yeah. Well, the old appendix got taken out. Been in the hiatus since basically Sunday. Just got back home yesterday. I'm alive. I'm fucking killing it.
Yep. Killed it.
But that's about it.
Killed the appendix.
If anybody's been trying to text me, we were supposed to do with AJ on Wednesday. Joe.
Got an appendectomy.
Appendectomy.
Yep.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. 100%, dog.
Either way.
Unless you're transitioning, then it's addictomy.
Oh. Well, I am not. So they did not have that on the list.
Yeah, that's wild.
But yeah, moral of the story is I thought I was dying. Didn't die. I was being a baby.
I mean, I'm sure it hurt. I don't know.
It hurt. It hurt a little bit. It hurt a little bit.
In there with you, so.
I'm really glad I didn't buy a guitar when we went to, what's it called? River City?
River City Music.
We went to River City.
Yeah, I took you to urgent care and they couldn't do anything. Well, I mean, it's probably a good thing. It's not like they would have been able to treat you. They probably would have just made it worse.
Yeah, probably. They would have been like, yeah, just go home. We don't have time for it.
They would have been like, you have gath, like pushed on your stomach real hard and you would have probably pooped your pants or something.
At that point, I was hoping that's what it was, man. I would have
made fun of you until we died.
That would have been fine. I was just in so much pain. I was like, I just really hope it's something that can just be fixed really quick. But I was thinking about that for a minute where I was like, man, if I just fart or like they just stick a finger in my butt and just it's over, I'm like, God. Hey, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, bro.
Listen,
they're gonna have to get in there somehow, PSA, Chad. Right there's only 2 ways, and that's a lot shorter.
If you're going to the doctor and you're getting a finger put in your butt unwillingly, like you didn't ask for it, that's not a real doctor.
every man goes through that in their life, Chad.
But they know they're going to. They set it up themselves.
They don't know it's 100%. Like there's always that thought in the back of your mind, like maybe there's a new procedure, there's a new way to do it.
I'm just saying, if you go to the doctor and you get a finger put in your butt and you were unaware that it was going to be taking place, and you or this scenario, you have a shoulder on each hand and you have a finger in your butt, that's not a doctor.
It's not a doctor.
Get out of there.
Run. But yeah, I mean that's the gist of it, really.
I mean, if you wanted to do that, we could have just went to Walmart and got you the old Frida whistle.
Frida whistle?
Yeah. So
what the heck is that? What are you talking about? I just
seen it. First time I ever seen it.
Frida whistle.
So it's for babies that can't that have gas.
But you just kind of
or constipated or whatever.
Yeah, give a kazoo.
So you insert it like a rectal thermometer and wait to hear the whistle, and that's how you know it's working. And if you don't hear the whistle, you massage baby's stomach, it says. I'm like, no, I will not be doing that.
That sounds like baby rape to me.
That sounds like the old butt kazoo, and I'm not having it.
Nah, gosh.
Like, what the hell?
What kind of world do we live in?
I mean, if it helps, I mean, I'm sure it helps, but I'm just not doing it to my kid.
It doesn't seem right.
No, there's other ways.
Huh. So what'd you do Saturday? Huh? While I was having the time of my life. Tell the people what you were doing, Chad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, you forgot.
I did, dude. Fuck, man, that was such a long drive. I got up way too early. Not really.
Get in there. Get in that mic.
I wanted to leave Owen early.
Take it and shove it in your face.
7, and ended up leaving at 7:30, which wasn't bad, but drove all the way to Warrensburg, which is 3 hours, man. I didn't realize that. It's ridiculous.
From here?
2.5 hours is exactly what it is.
Really?
Yep. And I didn't even go into Warrensburg. I was on the outside of town by 20 minutes at the fairgrounds. So if I'd have went into Warrensburg, it's would have been almost 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Well, I've
never really driven there from here.
I haven't either. I've never even been there from anywhere. So I was like, okay. But yeah, so I went to that Show-Me Whitetails and Venture Outdoors put on a outdoor expo, which if you're unfamiliar with what that is, it's basically a venue. Pick a big enough venue that you can get vendors to come in, bring their products. So anybody, small businesses, established businesses, people that just make shit on the side, have them come in, they set up a table or a booth, and then I think we charged $10 a ticket to get in. There was awesome door prizes. They had Venture sells like redneck blinds and a bunch of other hunting blinds, a bunch of stuff really. So there was like those electric bikes. I don't like the Quiet Cats.
Yeah,
they aren't that brand, but
but that's like becoming like
prizes.
Yeah. My old boss was looking for one of those.
Bow targets was there. So there
Morel.
Morel, yeah. So there was bow targets, a bunch of tree stands that we raffled off with Show-Me Whitetails. Some like ammo and some duck hunting stuff that we raffled off that was given to us for the raffle or whatever. But yeah, it was a pretty good turnout. I was there Saturday. It was Saturday and Sunday, from 9 to 5 Saturday and 9 to 2 Sunday. But I bet, when I got there, and I got there like, what time was it? A little after 10. So I got there about an hour late, but we didn't really have a set time to be there. But the parking lot was full at 10 and the doors opened at 9.
Oh man.
Yeah. Jeez. So like I sat outside, me and met this guy, another guy with Show-Me Whitetails, his name's Hunter. Him and I just sat outside at the end of the building at a table and sold raffle tickets. It was like $5 per ticket, and you could,
50.
No, it was all for those tree stands and stuff.
Oh, just
one of those items. Oh. So yeah, and then
nice.
People got to walk around. I saw Dalton Wood. He's the owner of Rack Daddy Minerals. I'm on their or his field staff, pro staff, whatever you want to call it, and we talk pretty often on the phone, but I don't get to see him much, so I got to talk to him. I stayed for a long time after that thing talking to him.
Where's he out of? Like, how far is
Columbia.
He? We should have him on here.
Yeah, well, he would for sure probably do that.
Especially like off season, right? Too like when he.
He doesn't. He's like I am, so we don't really have like technically an off season, but it's he'd make time.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
He's cool about that. Like, he's pretty genuine in the fact that like he wants to support and boost people that are doing that for him, especially if you're a nobody. And you're trying. Yeah. So. Yeah, he's all about that, and I don't think he'd mind at all. But yeah, I got to meet all those guys. I hadn't met them yet. I've been a content creator for them since I guess like October.
It was like end of October they hit you up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got to meet them. Me and I got another content creator, Riley Beavers. We were the only two that showed up out of our specific group with Show-Me Whitetails. So, which is cool because, well, the weird part is I'm older than every one of them except for like 2 of them.
Yeah, you were telling me that, and I was kind of surprised by that, honestly.
Yeah, so, which I don't feel like it. That's the thing. Like, typically I'm pretty, I don't know, I just like to joke around. I'm not immature, but I like to have fun, and I don't look old. I don't look a lot older than anybody, so it's like they all thought I was their age, and then I'm like, no, I got like 3 kids and this is my second marriage.
They're like, you're ancient, huh?
Well, yeah, so I'm like every bit of 6 to 8, like 6 for sure, and 8 years older than some of them.
See, that surprised me because like I don't know, I just figured they'd be older. I don't know.
Yeah, there's another guy.
There's a lot of people that hunt in Missouri, so
yeah, there's another guy from. He's originally from Lynn, I think, lives up in Ashland now, but he's older. He's a content creator as well. And then 2 of the other guys, that I guess they are, I think it's Landon's brother and cousin. They're a bit older, like late 30s, so closer to my age, but they want to do more of like the expo side of it, and they'll handle that part of it, and then the content side and the social media is going to be on like Ethan and Landon and us basically. So, which is fine.
So like, my thing though is, did you take your mount there with you, or did you just have? Yeah, no, I took my that you posted my extra phone. Oh yeah, I did. Yes. But basically they had like a bunch of deer mounts in there. You said they had like the yeah, we had the local so mine got put in the local legends room. And get in that thing and just talking to it like you love it. Yeah, so mine got put in the local legends section, which it was just the display. We were just using it for the display really, but the Missouri, not the Missouri Monarch, what the fuck is that bug called?
Anyway, it's the third largest typical whitetail in the world.
I thought you said it was the Missouri Monarch.
No, the Missouri Monarch's a different deer. The Missouri Monarch was actually found dead. A guy across the river owned a piece of property that ran right with the river, and there was like a old style like twist rod. You know what I'm talking about? The rod fencing with the twisted.
Oh like, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
There was that, or chain link, or some type of fence, and that deer went to jump that fence, got tangled up in it, and died in that fence. Well, he went out. He was out on his property. He found it. Called the conservation, thinking like, oh, they'll let me keep it. Blah blah blah. Well, the conservation got there, and they're like, yeah, we're taking this. Because the Missouri Monarch at the time was by far the big, like as far as I know, by far the biggest deer that had ever been found, killed, anything.
Yeah, I've read. When was this?
Oh, it was a long time ago.
Because I remember reading about this though in like Missouri
60s,
conservation.
70s.
Oh, whoa.
Maybe later.
Never mind. I totally have read something about that though.
You might be thinking of the hole in the hornbuck. But
keep going.
So he calls them and he's like, "Hey, you guys got to come see this fucking thing." You know, like they get out there, and I don't remember. Well, I guess we could look it up, but I don't remember exactly what it scored. But it was huge, and I mean, they conservation's like, "No, we're gonna take this," you know, and so they took it, and it's in the North American Whitetail Museum, I believe. The actual deer. Anything else that you see of it's going to be a replica.
Yeah.
So, the one that was there though this weekend, look up like largest typical whitetails are in the world or something. As soon as I see the deer, I can tell you which one it is. But anyway, so the one that was there, it was killed in like I want to say 71 or maybe 81, something like that. And I seen the mount. It looks exactly like any picture that you're going to see.
In Missouri?
No, the world. Type in world.
I can't see. So
you're good.
I'm hoping.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah. Go to images.
Images?
Yeah.
This. I should have hit up Dalton.
Yeah.
We need you.
So, let me see. Like I said, as soon as I see the deer, I'll know which one it is.
Is that Ross? is that Ross?
No, Ross is better looking than that.
Golly. I'm going to switch to this.
These are all pretty recent, is the thing.
These are all huge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. There's Mark Drury. What a dude. Dude, really.
Gosh.
When it comes to whitetail hunting.
So you don't see it yet?
Keep going. No, it's just going to be... Oh.
Right here?
No, that's a fucking farm deer.
Gee whiz.
Okay, go. Maybe... Yeah, let's change it. Type in Missouri.
In the world.
But I'm pretty sure the article I read said that it was the number 3 typical in the world. Where is that deer? No.
These are insane. All these are insane. Yeah,
but so there's going to be a difference. There's going to be like, some of these are going to be killed on deer farms.
I had no idea though, like this though.
This is actually in Missouri right here. This is Oak Creek. That's in Bland.
What?
Yep, that deer was killed in Bland, Missouri.
Oh, like on a farm?
Yeah,
is that so? What is so just what they're feeding deer. It? Is it what you feed them?
Yeah, so they pump those things full of. Well, I can't say. I'm not going to say for sure because I like the owner of that place, and I don't want to be disrespectful. So it's not my way of hunting. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm saying like there's got to be.
It's just what they feed them.
Different protein or like what's the difference in the food that makes it so much bigger?
They're not stressed. They have the perfect environment. I mean, I'm not saying like they're in the wild.
Yeah, but it's eight. So just a healthier, deer in general.
Yeah, you control
eating
the environment.
More is just going to have just more horns.
Right. They have a sanctuary where those deer.
And then if they're not fighting as much, they're not going to have to be beating them all. Oh, okay.
Right. You know what I mean? Because those deer, they're not breeding really. I mean, they are, but they aren't.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They're not out there. They're not out there just fucking them up all the time. Like you know. That makes sense. God, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just found it the other day on my phone. Hang on.
Look it up on your phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to look at the history real quick of...
These are insane, though.
Oh, yeah. So that's what I mean, though. Like, and I'm not saying that all deer that look like this are going to be farm-raised deer. Like, some of these, they can happen with this non-typical shit in the wild, but it's just not... Like this is not a wild deer, I would not think. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not, but that's crazy.
It's like fungus, man. It's like mushrooms growing out of his head.
This deer right here.
This one?
That was found dead.
That's terrifying.
Like 2 to 4 years ago.
Where's that? In Missouri?
That was in Ohio.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Look how thick that is.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
It is fun. Did I tell you about the story in Wyoming where I thought we were going to get eaten by bears and it was like 5 deer?
No.
It was like morning time, so it's like the best, it's the best time out there, dude. Get the sunrise coming in over the mountain into this valley. And you're like, oh yeah, that's great. And you just hear and I'm like, I'm really out there, you just like, okay, that's bigger than a marmot. Like you just know that's bigger than a marmot, man. Like,
here.
Those are steps.
Search shit, hang on. What's this dude's name?
What's his name?
Type in Larry Gibson 205-inch buck. Missouri. Or whatever. No, in Missouri, not Buck. Not in Buck, Missouri.
Inches. I didn't put it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
You know what, man? Just calm down there, man.
So right here.
This one?
Yep. And then I'll read this off of my phone. So yeah, that was there. I seen that deer in person. And the reason I know that it's that deer is if you look at this G2 right here, see how it's got like the little acorn looking thing right there? That's very distinct. I've never seen that before.
Where?
Right here on this G2. So.
Oh, it's got a little acorn? Like it's a little nut?
Yeah, it was just how his horn grew. Something, maybe a bot fly got in it in velvet or something. So.
So what is this?
This guy killed this in Missouri. It is still to, at least when this article was written, which I'll have to look a little bit harder for, but at the time of this article that I'm looking at right now, it was the number 3 typical buck, like at the time. So he killed it in 1971. So Milo Hansen, he killed one that was 213 5/8. And then that was in Saskatchewan, though. Deer grow huge up there because it's just different. I don't know what it is. I seriously don't.
What, Canada?
Yeah, and then James Jordan killed one that was 206 1/8 inch. And that was from Wisconsin. So most people know those deer. Most people know those names. Like if you just said Milo Hansen, I'd have been like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So basically it's a good thing I didn't go.
No, it would have been cool. You would have, I mean, it wasn't like that. It was just like, you'd enjoyed it, I think. But so then this dude, Larry Gibson, kills this 12-pointer, just a 12, mainframe 12, no junk, that comes in and it scores, the official score, I believe, is, well, it says 205, but I believe his total score came out to be like 203 or something like that. Oh, I'm sorry. The Gibson buck at 206 2/8 net, edging out the Jordan buck by 1/8 of an inch as the Boone and Crockett world record.
So
at the time,
Boone and
Crockett is with a gun. Pope and Young is bows.
Oh, okay.
Boone and Crockett. So Boone and Crockett has, if I say I'm trying to, like, I got a Booner on camera, it's got to grow over 160 inches or else you're not even considered, you can't even go in the book.
Okay.
Pope and Young is like a base score of 125 or something like that, which is with a bow, so they consider it to be a little more challenging. With the gun, it's like, hey, you have better odds.
Yeah.
So and then this says chances are that damaged tine would have been even longer without the velvet injury pushing, which is that one that got smashed down that I said looks like an acorn. That probably would have pushed it over 207 inches. So he'd have been like number 2 in the world. Or he would, at the time, I believe the guy was the number 1 world record typical buck until Milo Hansen and this other guy killed theirs. So yeah, and then it says even today he's number 3, and it isn't such a bad thing for a guy who simply wanted to fill a deer tag that morning in Randolph County, Missouri. He ended up doing way more than that. I would fucking say so. Dude, that's how it goes, man.
That's how it is, dude. Just there's no way he doesn't know that he's growing freaking a giant deer.
In 1971, he had no idea. I guarantee.
No idea.
But
didn't you say he killed another one?
No. That's the only one he's killed that's in the record book. They're saying if it wouldn't have had that smash down G2, it would have pushed him closer to 208 inches. So when he killed it, though, he knocked out that guy from Wisconsin, and he was number 1 for a little bit. And then Milo Hansen came in, and now he's number 3. But there's a bunch of. So Milo Hansen killed that big deer, and then Mitch Rampala, which that's a whole other story. This guy was a taxidermist from like Michigan. He hunted and he killed good bucks, but and nobody still knows to this day if this deer is real or fake, or like if he
real or
like
fake.
He made it.
So like, what do you mean?
Because all of a sudden this guy comes out of nowhere and he goes, like,
I killed this
hey,
deer.
yeah, and it's like fucking huge. It beat the Mitch Rampal or the Milo Hansen buck, which was 213 inches typical, almost 214. He comes in at like 220 typical inches, and like
I don't know, man.
Looking at
it, that's fucking funny.
Yeah, so he's a taxidermist, so he has access to all this, and he knows how to mount deer.
Yeah, I mean,
so back then they would X-ray the deer. The mounts. If you already had it mounted, they would X-ray it to make sure that it was all legit.
I had no idea it was taken this serious.
Yeah, so
wow.
Stephen Reinella's dad seen it in person. He was an official scorer for Boone and Crockett back then.
Oh, okay.
And they're from Michigan.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, hey man, we got to X-ray this thing. And Mitch Rampala's like, no, you don't. He's like, no, you're not doing it.
Yeah, if you say no,
right.
But you say
right
no.
off the bat, he's just like stacking the odds against him. He's like, no, you're not going to X-ray my deer. You're not going to do it. Wouldn't let anybody like touch it, and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it just like, if you look at it, it looks like it could be like legit, but at the same time, it looks like somebody very easily could have made it. Like, so it came back. It made a fucking comeback recently, which is how I found out about it. And just reading about it, I'm like, this is wild. There's so much like
I mean, I get taking it serious, but that's like pretty serious, like X-raying.
Yeah,
like that's. I mean, I think it's kind of funny, but I think it's kind of sweet.
Well, it's a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal to some people. Like, there's obviously a group of us who would be like, yeah, you should X-ray that thing, especially if the guy's a taxidermist and he already has it mounted. How in the hell do you already have it mounted?
Yeah, you're taking pictures before. You're taking pictures before, during, and after.
Well, what it was is the Milo Hansen buck came out. So, that was the odd part. The Milo Hansen buck came out, and then this guy comes out and says, hey, I killed this deer back in whenever, and I had it mounted at my house.
Yeah,
like what?
Yeah,
you killed a 220-inch giant.
You just didn't
never said
anything in your
Michigan?
And you're a taxidermist.
Yeah, in Michigan. Yeah, get real.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but
no, dude. But yeah, you wouldn't if you didn't say anything when you killed it. Then you wouldn't say anything then, man.
And then here's
because you'd just be a taxidermist, like whatever, man. I'm just a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, the best part of the story is that so he says. He's claimed to have had pictures of it, I believe, and it went something along these lines.
And they just lost him.
No, his house burned down. His cabin burned down that they were in.
Who burned it down?
Right. So, it's like all
He's
these
like, I live
things
by
are
myself.
happening, and then it's like, okay, I want to get this book in the
let's go
deer in the record book.
Let's go ask him.
But with doing those things, so like this guy from Missouri, that deer, he probably got offers like from a bunch, like Bass Pro, Cabela's, all those places probably offered him an outrageous amount of money to make a replica of that deer, give him the replica, and they got to keep the real one. So
really?
That's what this dude was trying to do. He's like, because all these places are going to come out of the woodwork, start offering him money, like thousands, to give him a replica of this deer so they can display it.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't know they gave you the originals. I thought that.
No, you don't get the original.
Oh yeah,
you get a replica.
Would you do that?
No.
See, I wouldn't do that
Never.
either. I wouldn't do that either.
I would let them display it. I would not give that to them.
No, yeah, I wouldn't give it to them.
I would lease it out to them, but it would be like, when I want it back, I get it back, and if I say we're done, we're done. Like,
yeah.
There's no way. But, well, I don't know. The deer's really not, I say that, but at the same time, can I say that and then turn around and say that I don't care about the deer? The size of the deer? I can't. So, truthfully, I would probably.
That's why I was asking.
And I needed the money, or it would have helped me further what I was trying to do.
Actually,
I'd probably do it.
Actually, you probably would do it.
Yeah,
because we wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, because I can go see it whenever I want.
Fuck.
I have pictures with the dead deer. Like, I know, or it's going to be on video. Like, I know I killed it.
Well, It's not gonna be your last.
Right.
Hopefully we just catch more of them on film. That's I'm just man.
Yeah, that deer was there, and then like I held in my hands a set of antlers that's gross scored 209 or 212 inches. And another one that was like 209 and another one that was like 195.
I saw some of the videos and like just sitting on the table and you showed me some stuff and I was like, oh my god.
There was one there that scored 222 inches. I seen it. I touched it. Ridiculous. I guessed it right on the dot. 222 and 0.8, and I guessed it exactly.
Hey, you're wild, but we're coming up on 40 minutes, so
yeah. But
you got anything to wrap it up, or you want me to wrap it up?
No. I'm gonna probably post this on my hats. Put that on my Instagram. So
there it is.
Yeah. Whatever Young Gravy just said.
Sorry, I had to. I just had to once.
If you guys want one, Rut Reaper Outdoors. I had another Instagram page reach out to me, ask if they can make me a hat. And I said, yeah, hell yeah. So based on how many I get, the numbers, or how many I get how many orders I get will determine the price. So it's probably, at most, it'll be $25.
Me and Chad are begging for many people to order these because I love them.
Yeah. And
I'm just being selfish.
The first order, I'm probably not going to try to make anything off of, and then if I do make any money off of them, it's going to be turned around and put right back into them. So I'm not making anything, pocketing anything. So
just cool hats.
I think the hats are cool, and it helps me, it promotes me. And if you guys have a hat or a shirt or something we can trade with your business, I'll do that.
Shirts too. Oh, I love the shirts.
Yeah, I'm gonna see about doing that. I might get a press. I've been thinking about buying a heat press and just making my own. But I also I like doing the painted on shit. The vinyl comes off easy, and I think I might look into doing that myself too.
I talked to Nick about that today, I need to rest though. So also,
remember to believe in yourself, even if no one else does. That's what Sasquatch says. So
10-4.
Yeah, get with it.
Bye.